Ignore the myths. Modern bolt actions are anything but sluggish. They offer total mechanical integrity. When a wounded grizzly breaks cover, or you're tracking elk at twilight, high-volume fire is no substitute for precision. The specific rifle that forces a deliberate pause before you pull the trigger. That is the tool that keeps you alive. A 2019 Zimbabwe study proved it. 73% of hunters who stopped a charging buffalo used a bolt gun. Success didn't come from cycling speed, but from making that initial shot count. These 10 platforms earned their reputation through punishing recoil, blood, and decades of field-proven reliability. This has nothing to do with marketing hype or fleeting trends. This is about pure survival. Let's count them down. Number 10, the Ruger American. Bringing elite precision to the working man. Ruger shook the industry in 2012 by launching this rifle at a price that terrified traditional gunsmiths. It utilizes a smooth rotary magazine system, feeding directly from detachable boxes. The Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger breaks with total clarity between 3 and 5 pounds. A cold hammer-forged barrel ensures a rock-solid, sub-MOA accuracy guarantee. Most models weigh in at just 6.2 pounds with 22-inch barrels. Available chamberings range from the .243 Winchester up to the .30-06 Springfield. This is the quintessential American big game lineup. That synthetic composite stock won't warp while chasing muleys in November rain or trekking deep into elk territory. This is where the hardware earns its stripes. You shouldn't need $1,200 to hit your mark. A fact confirmed by Outdoor Life's independent testing. They punched .75-inch groups at 100 yards using federal premium loads. That is elk-dropping lethal accuracy from a rifle costing less than a high-end optic. Traditionalists might argue the synthetic stock feels a bit basic, and the bolt throw lacks the heavy mechanical thud of a Mauser-style action. But for a hunter building a versatile arsenal for whitetail, pronghorn, or black bear, this platform makes owning multiple calibers a reality. It is the perfect choice for a rookie's first kit or a veteran's foul-weather workhorse. Moving to number 9, the Weatherby Vanguard. Roy Weatherby built his legacy on high-speed Magnums and West Coast flash, but the Vanguard is the brand's rugged blue-collar soul. Built on a Japanese Howa action and optimized for the American woods, it's a push-feed powerhouse with a hinged floor plate. Expect 24-inch pipes for the Magnums and 22 for standard calibers. Walnut-stocked deluxe versions tip the scales at 7.5 pounds. The Weatherby 2-stage trigger is fully adjustable, dialing down to a crisp 2.5 pounds. You can grab it in 300 Weatherby Magnum, but the everyday workhorses are the real stars. These include the .270 Winchester, the .30-06, and .308 Winchester, rounds that have anchored North American game for 70 years without needing belted brass. Weatherby stands behind its sub-MOA guarantee when using top-tier ammunition. American Rifleman recorded .87-inch groups with the Vanguard Series 2, chambered in .30-06. That provides ethical elk-dropping precision at 350 yards, though it carries more heft than a mountain rifle. At 7.5 pounds dry, you're looking at over 9 pounds once you add glass and a full mag. That makes it an ideal stand rifle or a truck gun for spotting and stalking open plains. It does one thing exceptionally well. It shoots straight and functions without fail. It delivers this performance without a price tag that makes you scared to hunt hard in the brush. Coming in at number 8, the Savage Model 110. This brand never aimed for beauty. When you're punching sub-quarter MOA groups at 200 yards with store-bought ammo, vanity is irrelevant. Everything shifted back in 2003, when the AccuTrigger completely flipped the script. Dial in your break from 1.5 up to 6 pounds with zero mush or creep. That blade safety stops accidental fires cold. Plus, you don't need a smith to tweak it. Just twist an Allen wrench and you're set. Features button-rifled barrels at 22 or 24 inches. Tipping scales at 7 to 8 pounds. It uses a push-feed system with a floating bolt head. The AccuFit tech handles pull length and comb height without spending a dime on custom stocks. Offered from 6.5 Creedmoor to 338 Federal, but 308 and .30-06 are its prime territory. The 110 forged its legendary status inside the brutal world of F-class competition. It's where guys on a budget crushed high-end custom rigs and took home trophies repeatedly. Savage banked on dead-on precision over flashy looks. For big game hunting, that means total confidence. When you've proven your setup holds tight at 100 yards, equipment doubts simply vanish. You finally focus on reading wind and holding elevation. Action feels rougher than a Tikka out of the box. That stock is pure utility. Yet professional guides for cost-conscious clients swear by the Savage. Because when the question is, what's the most surgical rifle for the money? This is the straight-up truth. Coming in at 7, the CZ550. Pure Czech craftsmanship running on Mauser genetics. A controlled feed action that stays unashamedly old school. See, traditional gear actually works when a Cape Buffalo wants to talk face-to-face. We're talking a genuine Magnum-sized action, built specifically for the 375 H&H frame. A massive claw extractor bites the rim the second the round clears the magazine. Mauser's 1898 breakthrough that hasn't been topped in over a century. A 3-position safety keeps the pin and bolt locked tight. Fixed mag with a hinged floor. For safari rounds, barrels measure 23.6 inches. Total weight hits 9.3 pounds, specifically for the 375 H&H. You need that heft to tame 300-grain projectiles, screaming at 2,500 feet per second. Features a hand-checkered walnut stock built for optics. Professional African hunters rely on the CZ550 as their ultimate backup rig. When a client gutshots a leopard or a wounded buffalo retreats into the thick Mopane brush, that pro needs a rifle that cycles flawlessly. 0 jams, 0 extraction failures. No exceptions. Montana guides leading brown bear hunts demand controlled round feeding for that exact same reason. If your opening shot catches shoulder bone instead of lungs, that CZ Mauser action won't blink. The catch? Weight. This isn't something you carry through the high backcountry. It is a purpose-built hammer for dangerous game in 375 H&H or 458 lot, and the legendary 9.3 by 62 mm Mauser. Slot 6 goes to the Winchester Model 70, the definitive rifleman's rifle. That title carries 90 years of prestige, heated drama, and ultimate redemption. It features controlled round feeding and that iconic 3-position safety switch. The Mauser-style claw extractor that cemented its fame between 1936 and 1963. Then Winchester cut corners with a push-feed design and spent 45 years clawing back our trust. The modern Model 70, brought back with controlled round feeding in 2008, is the exact firearm Winchester should have never stopped producing in the first place. Barrel lengths vary between 22 and 24 inches based on your chosen caliber. Scales from 7 to 8.5 pounds, featuring an MOA trigger tunable from 3 to 5 pounds. A pre-64 style action, packing a blade ejector and a built-in recoil lug. Chambered from 243 Winchester all the way up to the 375 H&H Magnum. That legend O'Connor harvested piles of big game, using nothing but his favorite .270 caliber Winchester 70. That is the pure mythos. But hype won't fill your freezer. Only raw performance delivers meat. The Model 70's controlled round feed gives you a lethal edge when high-stakes follow-ups demand a flawless cycle. That massive claw extractor is physically incapable of slipping. It locks onto that casing rim with absolute mechanical dominance. You're paying a premium over a Ruger American or Savage 110 without necessarily buying tighter groups. You're buying into that ironclad Winchester legacy and that bulletproof controlled feed system. 5th, Browning's X-Bolt. When Browning launched the X-Bolt in 2008, hunters feared changeover quality. This rifle earned respect by upgrading the design while keeping its soul. It features a fast 60-degree bolt throw rather than 90. That allows rapid follow-ups without your hand hitting the scope. 3 locking lugs balance bolt thrust, plus a rear unlock button provides fast access. Depending on the variant, you'll find 22 to 26-inch pipes, mostly free-floated for peak consistency. Heft ranges 6.3 to 7 pounds. The Inflex pad truly kills recoil by pushing force away from you. The feather trigger adjusts from 3 to 5 pounds with a crisp break. It beats custom triggers priced at $250. Caliber options are massive. Pick your poison. 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, 3006, or those heavy-hitting 307mm Magnums. Field & Stream shot .78-inch groups using 280 Ackley improved. Expect prices from $900 to $1,400, rivaling Tikka. This head-to-head competitor offers a smoother cycle for less money, but the 60-degree throw and safety placement prioritize sheer speed. It's perfect for timber elk, where second shots happen in 3 seconds flat. 4th, Bergara B-14. Spanish precision meets the American hunt. Bergara built their reputation on custom quality button rifling. They proved sub-MOA precision doesn't require a massive budget. The Ridge, Hunter, and Wilderness variants all share that killer DNA. Bergara's 5R rifling uses 5 lands to stop bullet deformation and fouling. You get bench rest performance in a sub-$1,000 rig. Barrels are 22 to 24 inches, weighing around 7.4 pounds. It uses a 2-lug push-feed system with a sliding extractor. The performance trigger dials from 2.5 to 4 pounds. It snaps clean, but the barrel quality is what wins. When you supply barrels to PRS pros, your production gear better dominate. They absolutely do. Guns and Ammo averaged .63-inch groups with the B-14 Hunter. It packs match-grade accuracy into a lightweight, big-game platform. That means total confidence. Staring down an antelope at 380 yards, .6 MOA kills equipment doubt. Parts support is growing, but lags behind the Remington 700 legacy. For elite Spanish precision without custom shop prices, Bergara wins. Third place, Tikka T3x. Finish precision hunting perfection. Sako made, with tolerances shaming rigs twice the price. That bolt? It's where Tikka dominates everyone. Triple lugs, 70-degree throw, 0 rail play. Butter smooth action. Pure mechanical perfection. No grit. Hammer forged steel, 20 to 24 inches, 6.2 pounds. The mountain stalking gold standard. 2 to 4 pound trigger. Snaps like dry glass. From 223 rem to 300 Win Mag. Hard hitters. 308, 30-06, or Creedmoor. Sub-MOA isn't talk. It's a tactical guarantee. 0.7-inch groups. Pure federal performance. Backcountry light, long-range lethal. Guides demand them. $700 to $900 buys entry. Detachable box holds 3 Magnum kill shots. Built for performance, not fancy woodwork. Ask any pro about their dream elk slayer. Under 7 pounds with surgical precision. Flawless cycling when fingers are frozen. Tikka. Rank 2. The Elite Sako 85. Walnut-stocked beast with vault-smooth triple-lug action. Unstoppable, controlled round feeding tech. No-fail extraction. Just superior finished tactical iron. Masterpieces designed for your grandson's hunts. Action comes in 5 distinct tactical lengths. Extra short scouts to massive Magnum builds. Caliber-specific sizing. No generic compromises allowed. 7 to 8.5 pounds of muscle. Crisp 2 to 4 pound trigger. 0 creep release. Hand-cut checkering and weight shaving fluted steel. 6.5 Swede to classic 30-06. Lethal 7mm Remington Magnum. Sako doesn't need to shout about accuracy guarantees. Field tests prove 0.7 clusters. 30-year Alaskan bear guides trust Sako. Facing a grizzly? Sako's feed system kills doubt. The champion, Remington 700. 5 million sold. America's bolt-action dominance. Choice for snipers and elite pros. The tactical bedrock for every custom precision build. Full 360-degree receiver contact. Hold 0 despite heat, grit, or recoil. 20 to 24-inch heavy barrels. Up to 9 pounds of American iron. Shoots everything from .223 to Magnum. Here is the real reason it dominates the top spot. We are talking elite Timney or Jewel triggers inside Macmillan and Manners furniture. Precision Krieger and Bartline tubes, trued up by Smiths with 40 years of 700 expertise. Grab a base $600 700 SPS, then swap components as you go. You are essentially running a laser-accurate semi-custom rig at half the sticker price. U.S. operators rocked the M24 and M40 platforms, both 700 actions, for decades. When SOCOM demanded 300 Winchester Magnum lethality, they simply upgraded the M24. It is the most modular, battle-tested, and adaptable platform in existence. This isn't just marketing noise. It is decades of blood and iron across 10 platforms. Tested from the wilds of Alberta to the plains of Zimbabwe. Engineered through diverse lenses, from budget-friendly builds to high-end precision masterpieces. Whether it is Spanish steel or American utility, the core DNA remains identical. That bolt gun grit, the raw mechanical honesty that makes you own every single trigger press. Because respect for the animal means one clean shot, not rapid-fire chaos. Accuracy is everything. And do not call a bolt action slow. They are methodical. And being methodical is the only way to hunt big game. Which of these 10 rigs actually blew your mind? Sound off in the comments. Keep the specs verified, so the whole squad learns. Keep drilling those basics until they are muscle memory. Lock in your zeros and stay humble in the field.